everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Points of Articulation. My name is David, and if you're new to the channel, welcome. Today I'm looking at the Star Wars X-Wing miniatures game, TIE Advance Expansion Pack. What a mouthful. The TIE Advance, or as many like to call it, Darth Vader's TIE Fighter, was first seen in Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope, and if you want to get technical, Star Wars Rebels as well. Now, there's no getting around talking about the TIE Advance without Darth Vader. Darth Vader is one of my favorite villains of all time. Black, nice cape, red lightsaber, very menacing, and a leader that doesn't just sit and hide in a castle. No, he gets out and he does things, and that's what's so great about Darth Vader. In Rogue One, he had his moment. In the original Star Wars, he knew the rebels were up to something, so he didn't just sit on his butt like Tarkin. He got in his TIE Advance and he did work. He is hardcore, there's no doubts about it. But the interesting thing is, this particular ship is only in Star Wars A New Hope several minutes at most. And in those several minutes, it had a huge impact on kids, teenagers, adults all around the world. And to this day, is still a well-beloved ship. And this is a great ship, very detailed, and I have to say, finally, a beautiful model of the TIE Advance in that light gray color scheme, which is movie accurate, finally, thank you. And for the ship's length, it's a tiny bit over 1¼ inches long, which is pretty nice, and it's to scale with other TIE fighters, as we will soon see. So we do have a lot to talk about. We're going to look at the tokens and dials, look at the cards, check out that stand, and then look at the beautiful mold and paint of this model, compare it to some other ships, and then we'll be done. So let's get moving. Now it's time for my favorite segment, the dial token roll call. Up first, one maneuver dial. And to go with that maneuver dial, here are all the maneuvers that the TIE Advance can do. 2 ship tokens, which are double-sided. 1 focus token. 1 evade token. 1 critical hit token. 1 stress token. 4 target lock tokens, which are double-sided. 2 shield tokens. And finally, 6 ID tokens, consisting of 18 and 19, and these are also double-sided. And that does it for all the dials and tokens, so now let's take a look at the cards. Alright, starting off looking at the upgrade cards, like always, I'll read the title of the card, and then if you would like to pause and read the paragraph below and all the data, by all means, go right ahead and continue when you're done. First up, we have concussion missiles, cluster missiles, squad leader, swarm tactics, and finally, expert handling. So that does it for the upgrade cards. Now, let's take a look at the ship cards. And here we have the ship cards. Some great artwork on these bad boys. First up, Darth Vader, Marek Stella, sorry if I butchered that, Storm Squadron Pilot, and finally, Tempest Squadron Pilot. So that does it for all the cards for the TIE Advance. So now let's take a quick look at the stand before we look at that beautiful model. Looking at the stand of the TIE Advance, like always, you get 2 pegs you use to make a rod. Peg it in the port like so on the base. Grab your fighter, and remember, be easy, these are a little fragile. But once it's on the base, you are good to go. Alright, now let's take a look at this beautiful model of the TIE Advance. Like always, I'll go over the main points of the ship, and then we'll get nice and close to show off all those details. Up first, on our wings, we have our solar arrays and wind braces, which look amazing on both sides and interiors. Nice work there. On the back, we have our reactor, an ion engine. Also on these wings, we have some great modules and line work. Awesome. On the bottom of the vessel, we have our peg port, laser cannons. Right here is our transparent steel viewport, or window. And on the top, we have our cockpit hatch. Beautiful looking ship, so glad I picked this one up. So now, let's get close up and see what this beautiful model has to offer. Alright, getting as close as I can to the TIE Advance, let's begin right here with the cockpit. We have our laser cannons on the bottom. Very nice, beautiful details going around there. We have our viewport. Love that, very iconic design. We have our pylons. Some great little recess and modules there. Nothing is flat. Just amazing stuff. Coming on the top, we have our hatch to the cockpit, and just look at all that detail. Amazing stuff. Coming in the back, very hard to film with this bad boy. You can see on the pylons there is some detail and modules. And then in the back of the pod here, we have our reactor and ion engine coming back. And just amazing amounts of stuff here. Right here in back of the pylon, We could see this recess section with all those little rectangles. That is sick. And then we have a line work and raised modules coming on the back here. And it is the same on this side as well. Just a fantastic looking ship. On the back we do have some details, especially on the back here of the engine. Pretty cool. On the bottom, great jobs here. We have a little recess, line work, modules. Love the center section. And the bottom of the sphere. Look at all that. Beautiful stuff. On the pylons, we do have some line work and little modules on the side. Looking on this side, you can see all that great substance there. Beautiful stuff. Now, looking at the wings, here we have our solar array panels. Very nicely done. I think they did an excellent job with that. And then for our wing, we have all our braces. Nicely molded and painted. Beautiful job there. And that goes for the interior as well. Just look at that. Beautiful stuff. Like that a lot. Coming on the back. Look at that. Some great stuff. For the underneath in the wing, the detail continues. And the detail for this wing is the same as this one. Oh, we got a little hair here or something. Piece of plastic. Huh. Weird. So anyway, continuing on. On the bottom we do have our peg port for the stand. And all in all, a great little model. So that does it for the mold. Beautiful stuff. So now let's take a look at that paint job. When it comes to the paint of the TIE Advance, I think they did a decent job with 6 different colors. First color up is a nice light gray for the main body, and I love that. Very accurate to the film. Beautiful, nice and clean, no spills anywhere. Perfect. Now on top of that, we have dark gray for the braces on the viewport, which is a glossy black. Very nice, and that glossy black is also at the top hatch right here. So that's pretty cool. Now also, we have orange for the laser cannons on the bottom. And black for all the solar arrays on the wings. They come out really good. I like that a lot. And that's on the outsides. And also the interiors. Very nice job. I like what they did here very much. Pretty cool. And the last color is black wash. And you can see it's all over the ship. Making all the little details pop. Especially on the interior of the wings. Fantastic job. Looking at the bottom, we can see the black wash just in all the little crevices and lines. Just beautiful stuff. All in all, I think the paint on this TIE Advance is very nice. It's very clean, and I love the color scheme of black and light gray. I think it works out very nice. So that does it for the paint and the mold. So now let's put this baby on a stand compared to some other ships, and then we'll be done. Alright, for a cool size comparison, I got a bunch of X-Wing miniatures to compare with the TIE Advance. Starting with the left, we have the Inquisitor's TIE Fighter, the TIE Fighter, Darth Vader's TIE Fighter, an Incom T-65 X-Wing, and finally on the right hand side, the TIE Interceptor. Some beautiful looking models here. And that does it today for my review of the Star Wars X-Wing Miniatures game TIE Advance Expansion Pack. Again, this ship was first seen in Star Wars Episode 4 A New Hope, and for its length, it's a tiny bit over 1¼ inches long, which for the TIE Fighter is pretty good, and it is to scale with the rest of the ships, which is awesome. So is the TIE Advance Expansion Pack worth it? In short, yes, I do think it is worth it. This is one of the first additions to the game, and a welcome one. At the time, the Empire only had TIE Fighters, basically, and I believe Slave 1. So to have the Darth Vader TIE Fighter, you know, that was an awesome addition and a great idea. Now with this set, you get the maneuver dial, tokens, ship cards, and upgrade cards, everything you need to rock this in your game. Also, you get a beautiful model. As we saw when I zoomed in, we're talking little lines, raised sections, things you wouldn't even notice are on here without zooming in. Fantasy Flight Games is doing an amazing job with these. And they also do a great job with their paint, which has me talking about that now. I love the Episode 4 color scheme. and this is perfect. Now, if you're looking to buy one of these bad boys, I strongly suggest going to eBay, Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Gamer Hobby Shops, or FantasyFlightGames.com. You're sure to find one. At retail, these bad boys are $14.99. So in closing, I recommend this ship for anybody who's a fan of the TIE Advance, Darth Vader, or the Battle of Yavin. This is a beautiful ship and it will pop in your collection. So that's everything I have to say about the TIE Advance today. I hope you enjoyed my review. If you did, hit that like button. And if you'd like to see new reviews every Thursday, subscribe. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye, everybody!